you said the numbers of
they're not
how
good.
Slanted this matchup is in favor of Annalee Waters and Ben John. So what's it going to take for Georgia Johnson and J.W. Johnson in this one, Dave?
Well, don't be intimidated by the Michael Phelps warm-up there that Ben John just did. So he does that often. That aggressive approach, J-Dub, and J-Dub's out here in the long pants here. So as long as that doesn't affect his aggressive play, but and then Georgia just will not be intimidated by Ben.
Well, Waters is not used to losing in anything.
No, especially women's doubles.
Didn't even get a chance for bronze in that category.
No.
Knocked out in the quarters.
And there it is. So that's terrific from Georgia right there. And Georgia is well rested. Something happened with her partner. She did not play in women's doubles yesterday, which was like, I kept looking at the field. And so this is as fresh as she could ever be coming into this.
Second serve.
J.W. Johnson and Georgia Johnson, the defending silver medalists here. They lost at this event to Waters and John's different venue, but some revenge here in McKinney.
And especially now that Dallas means more to them due to the flash mob, due to the support they're getting from Mark Molfen and all of the ownership of the team. They desperately want them to win on, if you will, home court here.
1-1-1. Second serve.
Just a little off to start as Waters and Johns.
1-1-2.
J.W. Johnson can blast anyone off the court, and I love when he brings that offensive flair.
And Annalee knows he has that short angle forehand overhead. She took off for the angle and was one of the first players I've ever seen throw that back. What anticipation.
Georgia Johnson was on the counter, just barely missed it. She goes toe-to-toe with any guy down the line. Love that fearlessness from Georgia.
Two, 1-2. Sorry, hold on.
Georgia and J.W. Johnson won their first title together in 2023. Also won again in Mesa 2025. 2 years later, though, that was a gap for them.
Yeah, because this problem on the other side here. What a great serve from Georgia there, an even better return, because when you're unwinding the stack and have to go that far from side to side, it's very smart. Just couldn't execute the next one.
Georgia Johnson initiating cross court at Annalee Waters, then whips it, a calculated counter down the line.
Yeah, she is the X factor. Her level has to be at the height of its powers, and J-Dub just has to show us that same aggressiveness.
And for all 5 games, which is crucial and difficult to do on Championship Sunday.
Which is why they're 1-17. Because that team is so hard to beat. However, they have lost this year to Deckel Barr and Anna Bright. So the idea of it gave the field just a little hope.
Ooh, late call from Ben. Annalee putting her full trust in him because she was midway through windup.
That's hard to do, to stop the two-way in full torque there.
Ooh. Nice recovery. Oh, you wondered if they could get back to the line. World-class defense from Waters and Johns.
I don't want to lose the fact, and there's a good look at Mark Molfen and, Ben, we had a shot. Get out of this shot. director just screaming. I can see on a movie set, get out of the shot. Well, Mark, you were there for a second with your crew there.
Dallas Flash,
2-1-2.
the best ownership groups in Major League Pickleball, very invested in their team. Formed the same team for 2025. Look out for the Flash in 2025. Meanwhile, Waters and Johns going off,
3-1-2.
silencing the Flash mob.
Yes.
Side out.
But that's what I love. I sat in the crowd a lot yesterday before I came on the air. People are living and dying with the players that they want to win, and that was the next progression here, Michelle, in pro pickleball, and it's happening.
Well, and again, to your point, like you think of any other pro sport, you can't just go play a tournament alongside them, go watch them after your matches.
1-3-2.
It's a community sport,
yes,
and it's a community event. Oh, nice. JW Johnson takes the pop-up cookie.
So Georgia holding up in those cross-court dink battles. Spin is going to be thrown at her throughout, but she is the one that set up the fella on her side. And then just that flat slap drive. Ben can't believe that came over.
And Shanana Bright earlier, one of the parts of the team that took out Waters and Johns and mixed. She and Hayden Patriquin took home the bronze today. My goodness, Georgia working that line so close to taking a point.
Yeah, Anna Bright did not have a shot at what Fed
3-3-1.
funnily called the triple brown when he played in all three bronze matches. Double brown for Bright.
3-3-2.
Certainly not the outage she was hoping for with such high expectations. Big serving, earning the missed return for Waters and Johns.
4-3-2.
So a few errors from the paddle of Georgia Johnson, and the floor has to be the highest it ever has been.
5-3-2.
Ooh, Waters putting on the brakes.
Georgia on the left.
And leaves one high, and Georgia Johnson clobbers it.
And I talked to them after they won on Friday, and they actually came out with Georgia on the left as their strategy to try something different when you have that many losses against a team. Tricked it up, did not work, but at least it's not completely alien territory.
Point.
The attack from Georgia Johnson converts to a point.
Has to happen all day.
Within one.
4-5-1.
They did push Waters and Johns to their first career 5-game final in Kansas City. It's a year ago. Nice. Wow.
No, I don't think it's clean.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
The crowd thought it was.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that was clean.
4-5-2.
Yeah. The right foot just couldn't clear. The read was terrific. But you cannot tiptoe through the tulips over there in the kitchen.
5-4-1. Point. Six, 4-1.
Love that from Anna Lee, and she's been doing that. Take that ball on the rides and throw it at their feet before they make it to the kitchen. Hit it to the person that returns. Such a good play. Same thing right there.
When the world sleeps, greatness rises. And while others dream of the next level, we chase it. Challenging every limit, turning obstacles into stepping stones. Because the next level isn't just handed to you. It's earned. Go next level with 6-0 Pickleball.
But a team on fire in the women's doubles today. And not surprisingly, Annalie is coming out focused and playing very well.
144 career titles to her name. Ben with 150. Hello, Ben Johns.
Annalie was in complete backtrack to hit a backhand overhead that just never got near her paddle. Unbelievable. Wow. I mean, Annalie is looking at him like, okay, dude, this is working for me. Keep it up, Pella.
10-4-1.
Well, that's one way to polish off game one. 11-4, Waters and Johns looking dominant.
Yeah, this is them at the height of their power, so the Johnson siblings got to bring it up now.
50th title in reach for Ben Johns and Annalie Waters.
Problem right here because Annalie and Ben are rolling, and Ben is playing amazing.
Yes, he is. Surprise lob from Georgia.
Not surprising, Ben. That's twice. One last thing on MLP.
Yeah.
Side out scoring until the Dream Breaker this year instead of rally scoring.
Just going to get your thoughts on that up to this point. Ooh, surprise, JW Johnson off the tape. So why should MLP fans be excited about that?
Because that's what they play at home. That's what they're familiar with, and I think you'll see the team settle into it's 1 game to 11, so that is a sprint. It's going to be fun to see, and then you still have the fun of the Dream Breaker and the fun of the protractor-worthy put away there from J.W. Johnson. So if it is tied up, you will get that tension-filled, maybe guy versus girl Dream Breaker singles that we love.
Side out. 0-1-1.
Man, if I'm J-Dub, I'm like, everyone said be more aggressive. I'm being more aggressive, and it is being thrown right back at
0-1-2.
So just be like your sister then, bro.
She's always aggressive. I love that. Is there anything J-Dub can do differently
1-1-2
while being aggressive to make it more effective?
I will answer after this. I mean, it's not a problem. It's just the reality is the best 2 people to ever play the sport are on the other side. So you have to take your shots, but sometimes that isn't going to work out. You just can't lose that mentality, and it can't be egregious, and it hasn't been so far, to be clear. It's just the team in green is a machine.
2-1-1. Second serve.
That needs an oil change.
2-1-2.
Down it goes again. Ben Johns responsible.
Yeah, I mean, good hands battle. George has won a couple, but Ben is one more.
Point.
And those are the ones that just can't when
4-1-2.
everything's going against you. Routine 4th. That's not going to stay in either.
Side out.
So she needs to dial in her inner Tyra for those.
1-4-1.
But that just shows you how hard that shot is, and Tyra makes it every time.
It's amazing. So humble about it, too.
Yes. Great ATP defense. Oh. So
Second serve.
So here's the deal. They changed the rule. So if you don't touch the ball and you go past the plane, it used to be even a fraction of you counts. The problem is Georgia touched the net there, so that negated that part of the rule. There's the only bugaboo over the last 24 hours for Ben, the returns.
2-4-2.
How he feels about unforced errors.
He hates them.
Almost as much as Colin Johns hates a left board.
Yes. And Anna Lee played a ball that was going to land on the Carvana sign, so thanks for protecting our title sponsor of the tour there.
He's got a few cars from Carvana as well.
Oh, wow.
Side out.
Unlucky.
4-3-1.
Oh.
Point.
Yeah, just this team makes you frustrated, Michelle.
No doubt about that.
Okay, sort of off-speed Happy Gilmore there. No off-speed about the two-handed backhand. Wow.
6-3-1.
Knobs up.
That's so good. Georgia freaking Johnson. I'm not going to hit it through him. I'm going to find a devious little angle there. That was nice.
6-3-2.
Just out of reach. Looked like a ball to be demolished for Georgia Johnson, and you can't blame her.
7-3-2. Point. 8-3-2. Side out.
Got to get 2 or 3 here.
3-8-1.
Just confidence. Try and stay close. Down 2-0 against this team would be really difficult.
Second serve.
Ben is on everything that they're throwing at him today.
3-8-2.
That's usually one that either hits Ben or is a clean winner. So just, and then you start to try to do just a little too much, Michelle, and that creates errors as well.
Point by the net. Georgia looking frustrated. You can understand it.
9-3-1.
I think it was short. That one he chose to hit two-handed. Sometimes he'll curl it with just one. Didn't get enough left hand on that to spin it around. Sort of a banana ball shot. Left side, Georgia.
Point.
Left side Ben in full command for game point in game 2.
10-3-2. Point game,
J.W.
11-3.
Johnson tries to get a hold of it instead.
Today.
1-0-2.
And let's do it again.
Took them a second to get going in game one, and they've been full gas. No breaks ever since.
2-0-2. Point.
I mean, that's a good drive, but it's not outrageous, and that's
3-0-2.
Unexpected miss. Wow. Annalee thought she missed her third, didn't even come to the kitchen. Ben's got you.
4-0-2.
It's playing like this, yeah, for sure.
Nice. Annalee ran to the spot upon which he usually hits that. Smart read from J-Dub. They have got to get going, because this is like you hear a team, a road team taking the crowd out of a football game. That's exactly what's happening in this pickleball match. Flash Mob have nothing to cheer about.
0-4-2.
There we
Destroyed
go.
by J.W. Johnson. And the Flash Mob goes wild.
Infinitely capable of coming back, but they have to raise their level.
1-4-2.
Oh, Ben doesn't usually hit out balls, but again, sometimes the folks with the fast hands, Michelle, just can't help yourself.
2-4-2. Side out.
I mean, we even haven't heard the come on. They've just been so in command that you haven't heard Annalee urging Ben into the fight, because he's been there from the get-go. Another off-speed serve.
Johnson with a punishing touch on Waters.
Yeah, no need for Annalee to take that ball in the middle. Ben will just lay that into the kitchen.
4-2-2.
But when you're going, you're going. Whoops.
Side out. Two, 4-1.
Oh, that's not fair.
Oh, but it skips a little topspin on it.
Second serve.
I mean, they love the effort there. It's twice Georgia's come flying up there, but couldn't make it.
Side out.
That was one of the shallowest dinks with topspin I have ever seen, what Annalee just threw out there. That landed maybe 2 inches past the kitchen. I mean, past the net, excuse me, into the kitchen. That's two. Smile on Ben's face after
4-2-2.
Heard the plaintive scream of A.L. Dub. That was out too. All right, let's play out balls.
Oof.
And the New Jersey Fives almost took out the Dallas Flash ownership group there.
2-4-1.
Little message sent there as they played in the final in Orlando when we last saw Major League Pickleball.
Second serve. Two, 4-2. Side out.
Yeah, and they're usually smooth getting to the kitchen, but not as precise. So if you only get one
4,
chance
2,
out
1.
of 2 against this team, it's the math will not pay off.
Second serve.
Crowd is
4,
begging
2, 2.
for the Johnsons to stay in it.
Yes, they are.
Side out.
Huge stop on 2 there. Anna Lee had a good look at it, but too much pace
2, 4,
cross
1.
court.
Return.
No, replay.
That's going to be a replay, but the fact that she got that up and down, I said I don't know how she can hit it any shallower. She just did 4 minutes later.
She said, hold my beer, Dave.
Yes, exactly,
2, 4,
but
1.
that one is a replay.
Just kidding. She's
And
not of legal age.
Yes, no. Yes. Oh, you ran
Nice.
into that one. You couldn't help it. There we go.
Point.
Nice initiation from
Yes.
Georgia Johnson.
Cannot back off
3,
the
4, 1.
aggression.
Well, the hand speed's currently developed thanks to her brother J.W. Johnson. And you get to train with him
Second serve.
every
Yeah.
week.
Oh, yeah. And now all of South Florida, I mean, every one of the players here lives in the general same vicinity, along with
3, 4,
countless
2.
others at the very tippy top of the game. Staxford and Alshon coming up next as 2 examples.
Point. Four, 4, 2.
Miscue in the middle.
Side out.
Georgia Johnson took a little shiner on the hand.
From her brother's paddle.
Ouch.
4, 4, 1.
Lob serve, okay.
Second
Georgia's
serve.
speeds went up through the middle off the bounce. I like it.
4, 4, 2.
Much more evenly played game 3 here. Oh, both players swung.
Point.
Almost. Just a bit wide. I like the decision making, though, to your point, the
5, 4,
aggressive
2.
decisions of Georgia Johnson. You have to do something against these guys
Point.
to
But
force
that-
the issue.
That's the one that counts the same as a dramatic
6, 4, 2.
15-16 shot hands battle. Ben gives
Side
it
out.
back though, so they got to stay tight here. I mean, this is the third member of the team
4,
here.
6, 1.
Through the middle it goes again from Georgia Johnson.
Beautifully struck.
5, 6, 1.
What a lob.
Oh, gets a paddle on it. Cannot
Yeah.
return it.
You'll
Second
rarely
serve.
see Ben go to what some of the players just lose their mind. They're sick of hitting overheads and they try a drop
5,
shot
6,
that's
2.
often not very good. So he just goes full power all the way. Plenty of margin, very smart.
Power again. Off the paddle of Ben Johns.
But the shot that Anna Lee hit there on the sideline, just lateral
6, 5,
and
1.
a 45-degree angle and puts Georgia in trouble. Come on.
Second serve.
I mean, if you like doubles off the wall, we're getting a nice
6-5-2.
amount of those right now. Full swings everywhere.
ATP hit with ease by Annalie Waters.
So look at this one. This is different than many. She knows if she bends the ball around the post here, she doesn't need to move her body a ton. So just sets her feet and curls it. That's terrific. I think that ball's wide.
Point. Timeout, receivers 8-5-2.
Timeout taken on the court as Waters and Johns continue to climb ahead. They are 3 points away from capturing yet another title.
We'll deal with it.
8-5-2.
As will the players who are bi-coastal for the grand finale, but epic venues to close out the season. Can't wait for that.
8-1. Point.
Nice adjustment. Georgia goes off pace but high. That's a tough place to hit a one-handed backhand.
Point. Timeout.
There's the
7-8-1.
Annalie pulls the trigger faster than somebody, and one at Texas says, "Okay, corrals there." We are not letting this continue.
She would like to efficiently clean up in 3 games if she can help it.
Absolutely.
She's got a women's singles final match coming up after the men's singles match concludes. So
Kate Fahey wants a flash. She may have a Dallas Flash hat on, even though she's a member of the St. Louis Shock, just to put more stress on the body of Annalie Waters today. But what a day here. I mean, after a blustery one yesterday, this is the type of temperature I would want to play in. I mean, find me a cloud. You can't.
No.
Just perfect blue sky here. And again, over 1,300 amateurs playing here as well, Michelle. It's just great to see the sport continue to rise.
And again, the fans have been fantastic. Here's a reminder of what we've seen so far on the day. Tardio and Johns extending the match to 5 games. You felt like Ulshan and Staxford were in control for a lot of that.
7-8-1.
Tyra Black and Paris Todd come out to sweep Callie Smith and Etta Tuiona Toa. It's doubles underway now. 3rd match of the day.
There's aggressive J-Dub that went back. Perfect lob.
And a missed reset.
Point.
Okay, a little frustration on the face of Ben Johns, and the crowd will eat up all of that.
Tie game.
Almost missed another return.
Oh, not going to get away with that one. Ben Johns springs into the play.
Wow, that is tough because you got to go back, not foot fault too, Michelle.
Yeah.
And when you hit it as flat as Georgia does, anything off the tape is going to sail deep unless it catches a human.
Point.
Wow, and after all that fight to come back, a routine 4th is missed.
9-8-1.
It's amazing how ATP defenses are coming like 50-yard field goals in the NFL.
Point.
Everyone makes them.
10-8-1.
Game's evolved quite a bit in that way. Used to be like the flashy ooh and ah winner every single time, and then now it's just, okay, ATP defended.
10-8-2.
Championship points for Waters and Johns.
Oh, 2 misses.
Side out. 8-10-1.
short hop down the line. Ben's looking to hunt for something in the middle. So sneaky. That was fantastic.
9-10-1.
Oh, a wheelhouse for Ben Johns. And instead, the Johnsons tie it at 10.
10-10-1.
Saving a match point.
Seconds.
And Waters
uses the free challenge that can magically, even though the Flick Wizard's on the other side, can magically be turned into a 40-second timeout. So 45 seconds to talk about this. And 2 loose match points were played. Missed third. The point before that didn't ever get going. And suddenly they could be staring at a game 4, and this place will go absolutely bonkers.
And then
if
you
that
feel
happens.
like the Johnsons are back in it. Annalie knows this well. That's why she is utilizing that timeout instead of protecting the free challenge. How quickly this matchup can change. Georgia and J.W. Johnson took out Waters and Johns
in Mesa.
Yep.
A couple of years ago.
In the quarterfinal rounds in 2023. It's their only win in this matchup. And J.W. Johnson earns a game point, flying through the middle of the court.
Wow.
Game point. 11-10-1.
Perfectly placed from Ben Johns.
Game point.
Game point number 2 for the Johnsons.
11-10-2.
Overhead denied again. Ben Johns defeats the lob.
They've gotten in and they were in a decent position. I hate giving them that overhead there.
2 game points saved by the other side. Waters and Johns right back to it.
Yeah, the force for Georgia.
11-11-1.
She's still feeling that, I think. Oh, she gets there. Again.
She has pushed off the Dallas Flash owner twice in this point.
Oh, my.
Three times.
Freaking way.
Can't get it to bounce. 4 times.
Oh, there it is. Finally found an opening. 3 sensational defensive scrambles from Waters, pushing off the Dallas Flash ownership group all 3 times.
That was special right there. That was the perfect outcome for the fans. Amazing point, but there's the team they're cheering for won.
Oh, ATP off the post. Waters falling away. And so, tie game continues. Serve goes back to the Johnsons.
11-11-1.
Oh, patient point for Annalie Waters with Georgia Johnson. Another chance to go up game point here. Last try on this service possession. It's good. Game point number 3 for the Johnsons.
Annalie let it go and it hit right on the line.
12-11-2.
Big rip into the net from Georgia Johnson. 3rd shot drive. You feel for him because they make you feel like you have to
11-12-1.
Overdo it.
Yep. And then goes for the cut, but if the ball's moving across your body and you cut it, all of the spin will go down the line and wide, and that's exactly what happened. Oh,
And
no.
it's out. Championship point number 2 swings to Johns and Annalie Waters.
13-12-1.
Number 3. Oh! Denied by the tape. The crowd is going nuts.
13-12-2.
Championship point number 4. Ben Johns puts it down, and back on top are the world number 1, Annalie Waters, and Ben Johns claim back-to-back titles in as many weekends.
The Flash Mob almost willed their team back. They had 3 cracks at it, Michelle, but could not force a game 4. And when the Goats are playing that well, that's a tough team to beat. Great day for Ben, 2 for 2 in gold medal match.
The triple 50 across all divisions, but for right now, let's focus on that number 50 in mixed doubles with Ben Johns on your wing for 47 of those 50. When you reflect back on your first career gold in mixed and how far you've come, what is the significance?
Yeah, it means a lot. When I was young, Ben took a chance on me, and I really appreciate that. I couldn't have done it, especially in the beginning, without Ben. So thank you, Ben, for believing in me and trusting me at such a young age. I know it must have been hard for you to play with like a 13, 14-year-old. But yeah, I'm just super happy to be where we are. I feel like we have great chemistry on the court. Our games mesh very well together, so I feel like that's kind of what has brought us here. We've known each other for forever. I feel like Ben's like an older brother to me, so just super happy to be here today and to have had a great tournament with Ben.
And building off that answer, Ben, what did you see in Annalie Waters at 14 years old as you recollect on your 5-year career?
She was already a natural athlete, so it was not hard to play with her. I was like, I need that on my side right there. I was sick of playing against her. I lost her a couple times. I was like, I can't be losing to a 14-year-old anymore. I need her on my side of the court. Yeah, she's a phenomenal partner and an even better person, so it's always a thrill to play with her.
And Ben, yes, very true. Continuing on the path of history, you got your first career mixed doubles gold back in 2020, and how far the sport has come since to what we see here in McKinney, Texas. All these fans cheering you on in your corner. What has pickleball meant to your life the last 5 years?
Yeah, I mean, it was a completely different world back then. Most people were just showing up just to play the game of pickleball, which it's still incredibly enjoyable, but now we get to play it in front of a lot of people that also love pickleball on some incredible championship courts, and we get trophies. I get to talk to you, Mish, so it's a whole experience. It's really great. So very thankful for pickleball and everything it's brought.
Awesome stuff. Speaking of trophies, Jake Weinbach is here as part of our title sponsor crew on behalf of CIBC as our PPA Tour Tournament Director. Jake, here to deliver the trophy.
Ben, Annalie, what can I say? The fans call you the 2 GOATs for a reason. It's been a pleasure to watch each of you master this beautiful game, and we look forward to continue seeing you make history together. On behalf of the Carvana PPA Tour and our title sponsor, CIBC, it is my honor to present Annalie Waters and Ben Johns with the Texas Open Championship Trophy. Congratulations, guys. Yep.
Well said, Jake. And the world back on top, Dave.
Well, fans, get ready for the classic Ben and AL Dub pose with the trophy picture. That's coming up right now, and we're going to take a couple of humans off the court. It's singles time. The partners from earlier will battle across the net when we come back. Federico Staxrud and Christian Al.